This is my video review of the Amazon Oasis. I have it sitting next to my Kindle Voyage model, and as you can see it has the origami cover, which I like very much for reading. The Oasis does not include that ability, which is one of the few things that I think is not quite as nice as the Voyage. Other than that, I'm finding just about everything about it to be really quite nice. The display, it's probably hard to see that really clearly on the video, and I'm using the flash with my phone to try to light the machines as well as possible. But I don't find any problems with the display whatsoever. There's no sign of the lighting on the edges or anything like that, and it's very uniform and crisp and clean. What we're looking at now at the far edge is where the lighting elements come from. And if I switch right now, the lighting level, I don't know if you can see them flash. That's about the only time I've been able to see the LED elements flash. I'll have to play it back and see if that's really noticeable. When the Oasis is in the cover, you can see the edges of it here. The USB port at the top, the way I'm holding it, is the way that you charge both the Oasis itself and the cover. There's no separate USB connection for the cover. And as all the other reviews have mentioned, it comes out of the cover very easily. I haven't used it enough to really make it that. There we go. So now the Oasis by itself is extremely thin and light. And here's the thing I really like about it the best. The wide side of the Oasis that you can see here is really much nicer to be able to hold it when you're reading. Because one thing about the Voyage, if you look at it, the sides are very narrow. And the page turn buttons here, it's very easy to hold the Voyage, and if you put your thumb so that you don't interfere with the screen, it's very easy to accidentally touch one of the page turn buttons and end up turning a page when you don't intend to. The thing about the Oasis is the side is wide enough that you can rest your thumb comfortably and hold the device, and I don't think you'll do that. And then you can flip it around and it turns the other way. So you can look at the text here. The buttons, I've got on that side, I have it set so the bottom button goes to the page ahead. Very nice to use. The other thing about having raised buttons, again comparing it to the Voyage, is that you won't be as prone to accidentally change pages, because you can feel the buttons very easily, and so it takes more of a deliberate push to change the pages. Another thing about it, if you look at the display here, you have the regular menu settings that you're used to and the light setting. When you put it in the cover, you see how you have a display now that shows the battery level in both the cover and the Kindle itself? That's really nice. That's never been available before on the Kindle. You only see that percentage when you have the Oasis plugged together with the cover, and then it'll show both, if it's plugged, whether it's plugged into the wall charging or not. And so actually this is kind of interesting. You can see right there what it's showing is that at the moment it's charging from the cover. You see that? So the cover has 98% battery capacity. The Kindle itself has 95, but then it's showing that it's pulling charge from the cover right now. I guess that's because the cover has more battery than the Kindle itself. So that kind of illustrates how this works, and I suppose if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you can notice how that changes when you are using it over time. Everything else about it really is just like any other lighted Kindle. The size really and the design, where the one side is wider, is really the biggest difference for me so far. It's a little bit expensive. I have the Merlot cover, if you can see that. It's a real rich color. I like it very much. The Amazon logo is not very noticeable on it. The Kindle itself, the Voyage, or the Oasis rather, It doesn't have any logo or anything on the device itself on the front. The Voyage has the Kindle logo on the bottom. The Oasis really doesn't say anything. It says Amazon in the inside of the cover there, Amazon on the front of the cover. It's very subtle. And then the back of the machine is without any markings. If you take the Oasis out, then the back of it has Amazon on it like that. So those are my thoughts. As I use it for more time, I'll probably add some other notes to my review. Thank you very much.